when hard work don't pay off and I'm tired, there ain't no room in my bed as far as I'm concerned. So wipe that dirty smile off, we won't be making up. I've cried my heart out and now I've had enough of love. Who wants to be riding high when you'll just crumble back on down? You give up everything you are, and even then you don't get far. They make believe that everything is exactly what it seems, but at least when you're at your worst, you know how to feel things. 'Cause when hard work don't pay off and I'm tired, there ain't no room in my bed as far as I'm concerned. So wipe that dirty smile off, we won't be making up. I've cried my heart out and now I've had enough of. Go ahead and steal my heart to make me cry again, 'cause it will never hurt as much as it did then. And we were both right and no one had blame, but now I give up on this endless game. 'Cause who wants to be right as rain? It's better when something is wrong. I get excited, mud in my bones, even though everything's a strain. When night comes and I'm on my own, you should know I chose to be alone. Who wants to be right as rain? It's harder when you're on top. 'Cause when hard work don't pay off and I'm tired, there ain't no room in my bed as far as I'm concerned. So wipe that dirty smile off, we won't be making up. I've cried my heart out and now I've had enough of no room in my bed as far as I'm concerned. So wipe that dirty smile off, we won't be making up. I've cried my heart out and now I've had enough of love. Oh, I've had enough. Happy Music Monday, friends and vedsies. Adele's album 19 is one of my favorites. It's got soul, it's a little romantic, and Adele has that really rich, dark quality to her voice. Adele, like me, is probably best classed as a mezzo-soprano who is frequently mistaken for an alto. When I was in choir, I got put in the alto section because that's what happens if you can't hit the soprano notes. I got very used to singing harmonies. I find it really fun to try to emulate different singers' styles, but one thing that I've been working on in the past couple years with my voice is finding ways to interpret a song for my voice and make it my own. So you might have noticed that my cover of Right as Rain does not have that same deep, soulful quality that Adele's does. In fact, I do a lot of flipping back and forth from my chest voice to my head voice. You might have heard in some of my original songs, if you've been keeping up with those, that I tend to like to sing sort of like right through my passaggio, like that place naturally where my voice breaks, which is at about an A above middle C. So when I'm learning a new song or an old favorite, I'll often sing it through a few different ways. I might start by trying to emulate exactly what the singer is doing. So in this case with Right as Rain, I might have tried something like, who wants to be right as rain? It's better when something is wrong. The thing about emulating other people's styles is that I don't necessarily feel comfortable singing in that particular tone. You can sing the same note a bunch of different ways, and some of those will be more comfortable than others. Also, I haven't had any vocal training since I was about 16
16, 17, so I am out of practice. My breath control sucks. So often I am just trying to find what works for my voice right now with my fairly limited range and technical ability. So as I work with a song, I might move away from the singer's style, and then you might end up with something that sounds more like this. Who wants to be right as rain? It's better when something is wrong. You can hear how bright I sound there, and that's definitely a comfortable place for me to be, but I don't know that it necessarily works with the song. I feel like the song needs more attitude to it. So I ended up settling on a style where I flipped between my chest voice and head voice because I felt like I was able to do more storytelling within the song that way. Like each phrase had a little bit more attitude. You give up everything you are, and even then you don't get far. It's not perfect, and if I had more time to just work on this one song specifically, I would probably plan out my choices in advance. The way that it is, I'm kind of just stumbling my way through it, improvising my way through it. But if I was going to be working on this song for a recital or some other kind of performance, probably I would want to know at what points in the phrase I was going to make those register changes. But the nice thing about Music Mondays and Beds is that this is a safe, comfortable space where I can just sing songs I like and experiment and see if it works. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will be back next Monday with more music, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. See you then.